And we were hoping to get here right in the eye. The eye has just passed because, believe it or not, I slept through it. Yes, I did. I slept through the eye of the hurricane because, well, I knew we'd be okay. And here we are. We are okay. Hold on one second. So you can see what's going on here is just basically dead palm fronds are everywhere. It is quite a bit windier than it was yesterday. But really, I mean, it knocked some of our cactuses over. But other than that, we are very fortunate. There, unfortunately, are people who are not as fortunate as we are. We had, I think, what did you say, Dave, about the tornadoes?
We had the most tornado warnings in the state of Florida yesterday.
Most tornado warnings in the state of Florida yesterday. Lots of tornadoes. One did touch down relatively close to us. But like I said, we're okay. And people in our street are okay. Our neighbors, our city, we're all good. So I believe, yeah, we're doing all right. There was a water spout that came up in Cocoa Beach and came out of the water and onto the land. But I think everybody there was okay. Just a little bit, windy and different, but we're doing well. My watch alarm's going off. Dave, will you touch that for me?
Never lost power.
Yeah. Okay. So last night when I was recording, I lost power. It did end up coming on, and then it stayed on all night, which is that's new for us. So we usually lose power with everyone. If you notice, I have little Bougie here with me because she does not want to be inside, and they don't want to be alone. Because as you know, dogs experience, they know when there's things happening, and they're a little bit nervous. Our dogs are. So there's Coco. She is sitting there keeping watch for us, making sure that everything's okay and that nobody comes up. She does not like it when dogs come to our neighborhood. Also, people in our neighborhood let their dogs come up in our yard like they let their leashes go, and they really go. Thank you. That is a compliment. And if you all keep it nice, then we can let you stay, which is good. Well, let's see. I love that. I really hope that we are an evolved version of Karen. I don't know, is that a bad thing? I hope not. I really don't want to be a Karen. I'm just trying to help everybody. There are a lot of people that want to know what it's like. So if for whatever reason, okay, thank you. As long as it's not bad. There's a lot of people that want to know, like, okay, first of all, why would you stay home? And so we talked about that last night. We did not think that it was going to be this bad. We didn't think it was still going to be hurricane level when it got here. And by the time it was upgraded, it was too late, because hurricanes are so big that they cover a lot of area. And so when a lot of people are evacuating, the roads get packed like Los Angeles traffic style, and the hotels are completely booked. So there was literally nowhere to stay. So we ended up staying home. Our home was built for NASA employees back in the day. You put that word in there. You need to take that word out, please, Mr. Hardy. The S word needs to not be in the chat.
I did that last night. So.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, it was built for their employees. And so the engineers that did it made them very strong. So we were safe, and we are safe, and it is really good. Because like I said, we would have been stuck on the side of the road somewhere. And if a hurricane is coming, I don't want to be in my car. That is absolutely not a safe place to be. Being home is safer. So look, we have our little pond and our plants. They all, for some reasons, some of them fell over, but not very many. And the nice thing is, see all the parts of the trees in our yard that fell down? They're the parts that we would have paid somebody to go up in those palm trees and cut down anyway. So kind of did some work for us, actually. We try to see the best in things and really look for the good, because isn't that the way we need to deal with life all the time? Right? So what's that? Oh yeah, here, I'm gonna stand in front of you so your laptop. So it is misting. And so Dave is out here on the front porch with his laptop and it's getting misty. So now I'm standing in front of it. So hopefully I'm blocking it because it's not made to get whatever. All right. Anyway, I am so glad that you guys have joined us. I know a lot of people were worried about us. A lot of messages, checking in, making sure we're okay. And we are okay. The weather is incredible. It is very cool, but not too cold, but just kind of nice and breezy. And you might want to take that right inside. Okay. So he's going to take that inside, and I'm going to stay here. Little Bougie can stay with me. Here, baby, we can come up here. There we go. So she likes to cuddle up right there. That is her spot. And she'll sit there when I'm working too. I'll hold on to her. I have a little carrier. Yeah, temps in the low 70s. It is amazing. So let's walk through what happened yesterday. So a few days ago, obviously we knew that there was going to be a tropical storm. We have a generator. We have these things. They're like sandbags, but they fill up kind of like if you picture like a diaper. The stuff that's in that, these bags fill up like that, and then they make a nice seal around all the like the garage door openings and things to keep us safe. So that is a very interesting question. Marrying family here in America, not a good idea. So anyway, yeah, so we got that all done. We got lots of propane. We got everything, and it was amazing. So Dave does a really good job with storm prep, and yeah, everything's set up. He even got a thing for my computer so that if the power went out, I could keep working, which is how I got to get things out last night, because the power was off and on. There was a couple hours there, so we thought, you know, we're just going to go to bed. We didn't go to sleep until about 3 in the morning because it was a little bit unnerving, but then, like I said, I slept right through the eye, woke up, and it's just past us now, so we're all good. So yeah, all right, and here, as you can see again, there's really not damage from Hurricane Milton. Where we are on the East Coast on a little island. Ooh, that just got everything. Hold on. Sorry about that. Got the rain off the camera. We are on the East Coast. The eye is now a little bit off of the East Coast, but we're still in the inner bands, and as you can see, really not too bad. So we did really well. So for those of you last night who were here, who were really worried, I just want you to know that it's okay. We are all doing well. Thank you so much. I love her. She is amazing. She is a 3-pound teacup poodle. She looks like a puppy, but this is as big as she's going to get. We actually took her to the vet, and he said she is smaller than most cats. Yeah, it's pretty funny. But she is really easy to carry around and everything. And she is just, yeah, I love her. So anyway, if anybody has legit questions about hurricanes, what it is like to be in a hurricane, or in Florida when one is coming, let me know. Oh, we seem to have lost some of our water lilies in the pond. They blew right out of the water. That's an easy fix, isn't it? So here is the pond, and there were more lilies in there. But to be quite honest, that is the worst that has happened to us. We're not doing too bad at all. Apparently a few things fell down out here. But yeah, that's okay. Because I'm feeling very blessed this morning. I'm not going to lie. And for those of you who did not have this kind of luck, for those of you who are struggling right now, our hearts go out to you. If you're watching this from outside of Florida and you want to do something to help, I will put a link later in this description, because I think, you know, there's a lot of people that have been through a lot in this storm. Like I said, we bought our house where we did, nearer to NASA, because the winds, I don't know, there's just something about being in this particular area that makes it better. but there's a lot of places in the world that have dangerous things. So, yeah, we just reach out to you. We've got lots of friends in the Tampa area, and I know they were hit very hard. Yeah. I don't know why there are so many creators in the Tampa area, but there are a lot of podcasters and YouTubers that I know that live over there. So there's something about it. I don't know if it's the weather in Florida because we can do things year round or what that bring people here. But yeah, it's a thing. And, you know, I've only got one moderator in here. And if you all could play nice, it would be really nice because I'm not quite sure why. Yeah, vertical live. It's very interesting because I'm sitting here in your shorts feed. So you've never met me before. I'm Jen Hardy with the Jen Hardy Show. We do interesting things. I do shower thoughts where I stand in the shower, yes, in my robe. It is not some weird thing, and say unique sayings. And there's also the Voices of Justice series here where we interview judges and legislators and talk about court things. And we also interview some other people. I've got somebody that does some logging coming up. I've interviewed a truck driver that used to be a pharmacist, somebody who specializes in narcissism, someone who specializes in relationships, someone who specializes in wigs. I mean, you name it, we interview everybody because everybody has a story. And here on the Jen Hardy Show, I like to feature that. And I like to let you viewing learn about all different kinds of things and meet all kinds of interesting people because I have had the opportunity to meet some wildly interesting people and I like to share them with you. Yeah, because I find it fascinating. And apparently some other people do too, which is why we're still here. So if you could give a thumbs up, potentially hit that subscribe button, it would be amazing, absolutely amazing, and I would appreciate it so much. I think I just saw a little flash. There may be a little bit of lightning. I am going to wipe off the camera. Hold on one second. There we go. Okay. It is not pouring rain, but it's misting here. And so, yeah. So that's what we've got going on. We have got a little bit of damage from the hurricane. We are broadcasting. The eye has just passed. We're on the east coast of Florida on a little island, and our damage is actually not damage. So the hurricane has done some work for us. It took off all the dead parts of the palm trees. So all we need to do is stack those up. The only thing that and we need to put some of the water lilies back in the pond. And if that is the worst thing that happens, we're very, very lucky. We did not evacuate because we didn't think it was that bad until the last minute, and then it was too late. So we stayed home, and everything is good. So as you can tell, it's a little breezy. I am still out here in my sequin trench coat because that's kind of how we roll. And we got little Bougie here, and she's just hanging out with me. She did not want to be inside alone. You know, as you know, dogs can feel when things are happening, and they knew that this storm was coming, and they've been a little bit clingy, especially our bigger dog, who is a Maltese Shih Tzu mix, and yeah, she really wanted to stay with us. So she's with Dave, who had to go in because this mist that's coming up here was getting onto the computer, and computers don't tend to like that sort of thing. So yeah, but we are okay. Our neighborhood is okay. Our town is okay. A few towns over, they had a water spout come up on land. A few more towns over, there were some tornadoes. There were more tornado warnings here in Florida than there have ever been. So that was really interesting. I slept through it. I actually woke up when the eye had passed. But Dave was up early. I didn't go to bed until about 3 because, you know, nerves a little bit. And I was actually editing videos until 3 when my power went out. So if you see the video, you'll see it that shows me sitting in my office and the power went out, and it missed the rest of my talking, and I just put it in captions because, yeah. There's a little Bougie. Look at her ears are blowing. Yeah, it's windy. But, you know, we've got a lot of friends. Port St. Oh, Newport Richey. Well, yeah, I know there were some tornadoes that ran through there, so definitely reach out to them. And except for the tornadoes, everybody here on the East Coast is doing pretty well. So, like I said a little bit earlier, we had more tornado warnings in Florida than there have been on record, I believe. That's what Dave said. So that would be the one thing that would be concerning. So, and then of course, if you have friends or family in Western or Central Florida, I know they got hit pretty good. So, it really got better once it came to us. Yeah, lots of water on the West Coast. So anyway, yeah, it's really rough. And so I'm not trying to downplay what has happened with the hurricane. I am just letting everybody know that we're okay on the East Coast. It's okay. And a lot of people ask, what is it like to be in a hurricane? What is it like as you're going through it? So this time I documented it so people could see. Yes, everybody should evacuate. When you're told to evacuate, that should be what you do. And you want to keep yourself and your family safe. So I'm not saying that you should not do that. This is not asking anyone not to do that. But for reasons that I've previously stated, we did not, and then we're not able to. And so, so I thought, you know what, this is a good opportunity to show everybody what happens and what it's like. We have a generator that runs our entire house. I am better than okay. Actually, I am phenomenal. I am feeling very happy, very blessed, and very thankful that I have an amazing husband who took care of everything and kept us safe. He got the generator running, he got everything going, and he is amazing. And so we are all here and have everything we need. You're from Buffalo and take a blizzard over a hurricane. Probably, yeah, because with a blizzard you can just, bunker down, right? So I get it. Although, beach. So we decided before we moved here that we had to take this into account. There are a couple things in Florida that are dangerous. We have alligators. We don't have them on our island, and maybe one or two every once in a while, but in general, they're not here. We do have sharks, however. We do swim with sharks. I have stepped on a shark in the ocean. It's a thing. And that was interesting. Yeah, Daytona. Oh, yeah. And I've got a friend in St. Augustine. We were very worried because they were going to get hit really hard. But he's okay. They're okay. So, yeah, it got rough, guys. It got rough for a lot of places. But that's why we're here, just to show everybody that we're okay. Yeah, and if you can, I don't know if you can see the pile behind the blue truck up there, of palm fronds that fell down at my neighbor's house. But really, guys, we are so blessed that we are okay. It's amazing. It is really amazing. I am 3 blocks from the beach. Our neighborhood has its own little beach access, and we are very fortunate. Our property on the beach side has a 7-foot concrete block wall, so that helps with the winds that are coming from the eastern side. Obviously, this storm was coming from the western side. Yeah, no, it's not over yet. We're still in the outer bands, so we've still got wind, we've still got rain, we've still got a lot coming. As I said, there were more tornado warnings here in Florida through this hurricane than there ever have been, and unfortunately, I don't think that's over yet. So, yeah, we are very close to the beach, but we're okay. And thank you so much, Charlie. I appreciate that. We fared very well. You can see the palm front but the only part of the palm trees that came down for us were the dead parts that we would have had to pay somebody to take down for us. So, the hurricane for us actually did some nice work, but everyone else, as I said, is not so fortunate. So when I stop going live, I will put a link in the description for a legitimate place people can go to help those who have been affected. I think that's very important if that's something that's on your heart, because it's a lot. A lot of people have lost a lot of stuff. So I don't say what town I'm in. I am near NASA though. On the east coast of Florida. I'm on a little island, and yeah, so near Cocoa Beach is where we are. So if you were to take if you'd be in Orlando, and you would go straight east until you hit the water, we would be very close to there. So no, we're not more. We are 3 blocks away from the beach on an island. So we don't have water surge here, thank goodness. I am actually going to go live from the beach later on, but right now our children are sleeping, believe it or not. They have slept through the storm completely, and when they wake up, I'm going to go down to the beach, and we're going to go live from the beach, and you guys can see. Unfortunately, there have been with the storms, we're losing a lot of beach. We lose a lot of the sand, and then they have to come in and replenish it. So it'll be interesting to go see that. I've got a friend who lives up in a 6-story condo on the beach, and I may see if I can go borrow her balcony for a little bit, and we can film from there, because then we can see a lot of what's going on. Yes, Dave is my producer and also my husband, and he takes care of the comments and everything in there. So I just ask that you guys stay nice, save him some work, because he's a really great guy, and I love him very much, and I'm not interested in anything else. Also, if you knew how old I was, you wouldn't be putting these nasty things in there. So I really don't think so. But there we go. I digress. We are coming to you live from the eye of the hurricane has just left, so we are in the outer bands of Hurricane Milton. We are 3 blocks from the beach on an island, and we're okay. No, everyone else is not as okay. There were many more tornadoes than there ever have been tornado warnings in the state of Florida. If you are one of those people, our hearts definitely go out to you. We will be putting a link in the description so that you can you can help them out. We did choose Living by NASA for a reason, because, they have trillions and trillions of dollars in equipment there, and they're still standing. And they chose to build in that particular area of Florida because of special trade wind things that come through here and keep them safe. And so we chose to buy a house by them. The home that we live in was actually built by NASA for the employees back in the day when NASA was a bigger thing than it is now. And so our house is a foot thick. It's concrete. We have hurricane windows and hurricane doors. And our roof is actually bolted into the ground to withstand hundreds of miles an hour winds. So we are very safe. When we realized that the hurricane had been upgraded and we really should have evacuated, or they let us know that, it was too late because the roads were packed, the hotels were booked, and we would have ended up in our car on the side of the road in a hurricane. And I'm going to tell you, is staying home safe? Well, not necessarily, but it's much safer than being in your car. You do not want to do that in those strong winds. So that is why we did what we did, and we're here. It's why I chose to go live. I've got a lot of friends and family that asks, what is it like? What does it look like? Why are you there? And so I'm answering all of those questions, because usually the people who answer those questions are the crazy people on the news who are standing there barefoot in 5 feet of water with electrical wires dangling at their feet. And, we just wanted to let you know that everyone in Florida is not crazy. First of all, okay, maybe we're a little crazy, but in a good way, right? Second largest tornado outbreak. Thank you for correcting me, not the first. All right, so there were many tornadoes. Dave, if you want to put in the chat, how many? So many. Yeah, the tornadoes are what scare me. I'm not going to lie. So I have lived in LA where the 4 seasons are earthquake, flood, fire, and what's the word? And there's no water. Anyway, and oh my gosh, now I'm not thinking of it. Anyway, earthquakes scare the fire out of me. I have lived through some significant earthquakes out there, and it was terrifying. The thing about a hurricane is that you know that it's coming. You can evacuate. You can do the prep. You can do all the things, and so, 172 tornadoes reported, guys, in Florida. That is a lot of tornadoes. We are very fortunate to be here and to be doing what we're doing. My plan was to come live no matter what had happened so that people around the world could see, because we've got you guys from all over the world. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That is so kind. Subtle Table 91. That's awesome. Yeah, well, I just wanted people to see what it's like because they want to know. And we're not stupid or rebellious. We did not stay here to be jerks. We just couldn't evacuate because it was too late to go stay anywhere. And like I said, we can't go stay in the car. So here we are. And if I'm repeating myself, I apologize, but people come in and people go out of the live. And so I'm just letting everyone know what we're doing. So I am Jen Hardy of the Jen Hardy Show, and this is my dog Bougie. And yes, I'm wearing sequins out in a storm because I basically wear glitter and sequins all the time. It is my shtick, it is my thing, and I absolutely love it. We are here. The eye has just passed. I was planning on going live from the eye, and guess what? I slept through it. So if that lets you know, oh my gosh, our house is it's concrete, right? It's a foot thick concrete. It was built specifically to withstand hurricanes for the employees of NASA, which we are not. They have left and we have bought it. But it's so thick, like I literally slept through all the sounds, all the winds, all of everything. Woke up just after it passed. We came out here so we could show you guys what it's like. Now, unfortunately, this is not the scene that you're going to see everywhere. The news is going to show you some devastating things. Thank you so much, Claudia. And for those people who have gone through that, I am so sorry. I'll have a link later in the description to so that you guys can, if you want to reach out and help, you can. But I'm going to do some research and find a legitimate place to help, because please, if you want to help people that have been through something or a tornado or anywhere in the world, please research where you are donating to, because unfortunately there are a lot of people that take advantage of things like this, and they set up fake things and then they have everybody donate and they just keep the money. So please be really careful with where you donate to. There's a lot of people that legitimately need your help, and a lot of really good charities that are going to make sure that it gets to them. So we will do that research and we'll put something here in the description. I'm noticing that my camera is getting really wet again, so I'm going to, hold on one second. There we go. You got to keep it dry. And all right. Greetings from the Netherlands. Oh my gosh, Claudia, I am so glad that you're here. That is so incredible. Thank you. I actually have a friend. Oh, hold on. He's supposed to be coming. We're supposed to go out to dinner with him from the Netherlands. I wonder if he came because of the hurricane. I got to reach out to him and see what's going on. Yeah, thank you so much for joining. Kathleen, thank you. It's great to see you too. So we are live. I live on an island 3 blocks from the beach on the east coast of Florida. The eye literally just went over our home, I think about an hour and a half ago. We are very blessed. So this is what it looks like in my neighborhood. You'll notice that, yes, there's some things on the ground. They're all dead parts of the palm trees. So the hurricane did our work for us, and now we don't have to pay those guys to come out and do that. Now, I see there's a big pile over that truck right there. Somebody else got a little more things deadheaded off their trees, which is actually not a bad thing. I am not advocating not evacuating when people tell you to evacuate. I want to make that clear. If they tell you to evacuate and stay safe, you absolutely should. We were not able to. You can look back and find out why, but we fared okay. And so I thought I would come to you and let you see what it's like and let you know. And it is a little bit scary, okay? I'm not gonna lie. It is. Because, I mean, even if we know that we're probably gonna be safe, we don't know that we're going to be safe. And so, yeah, we did not have evacuation orders. Everyone stayed. Everyone on our street stayed. Everyone I know stayed. I know that in town below us there was a bunch of flooding, and then they found out that the storm drain was blocked, and they unblocked it, and then the flooding went away. So, yeah, like I said, we live near NASA. We chose this place because NASA chose this place, and oh my goodness. So, there's some trade winds that come and they tend to blow storms away and make them much less than they are in other places. That's why we chose to live here. We wanted to live in Florida by the beach. I love the beach. Dave loves the beach. Our kids actually do a thing called to mow the lawn. Hey, Steve Bennett's here. Our kids actually do surf school every day in the summer where we all go and sit on the beach and they surf. It is incredible. Let me tell you why we live where we do. Because a lot of people say, oh my gosh, I would never live where there's hurricanes. Well, let me tell you something. There was one day, yes, we are relatively new to the cruise tomorrow. So one day my kids were at surf school and I was sitting on a paddleboard. My older daughter and I were sitting out there well past the waves, floating, watching surf school, thinking, isn't this incredible? When a pod of dolphins came by and some sea turtles. So we're sitting there with a pod of dolphins and some sea turtles and watching the other kids do surf school. And then a rocket goes off right over where we were. And let me tell you what, it was absolute geek heaven. It was heaven. And that is why we choose to live where there are hurricanes. Because yes, a couple times a year, there's a couple of scary things, but majority of the year, we literally live in heaven, you all. It is absolutely incredible. And we're gonna start doing a lot more videos about what it's like and what island life is like, which this is actually kicking off that series. Not how we planned on kicking off that series, but we're starting by telling everyone what it's like to live through a hurricane. So there are 5 other videos if you go to the front page of my channel, and you can find out from yesterday afternoon to midnight to me being in my studio when the power went off and we had to stop working, and then back again today. I was going to come to you live from the eye of the hurricane, and I slept through it. Yes, slept through the eye of a hurricane. It's a thing that can happen. And I think a lot of it has to do with my husband, to be quite honest, because he had everything so safe and so wonderful, and I knew there was nothing else we could do. There's nothing else we can do, and so why live in panic, right? When we moved to Florida, we made the decision, are we willing to give up our material possessions if a big storm comes through and to be able to live an island life? And the answer was yes. So God forbid everything gets wiped out. That is something that we know could potentially happen. And would we like it to happen? No. But honestly, it's a choice that you make when you live somewhere where there are major events like this. So, so we're talking about, we live on an island 3 blocks from the beach. We are here and the eye of the hurricane just passed us. Oh, transitional threads, thank you very much. It did slow down by the time it hit the East Coast. So this is what our yard looks like post Hurricane Melvin. No, it's not Melvin. What is the name of the hurricane? Oh my gosh. My brain is, it's a lot, you guys. I am very calm on the outside, but I'm going to be honest, it was a little nerve-wracking on the inside. As much as I talk about that we're going to be fine, you still have to worry. We have children. And a lot of people that we care about were hit in the Tampa area, and they're not faring as well as we are. And so if you're watching from there, our hearts go out to you. Yes, I wish we could adopt a maid. That would be absolutely fabulous. Unfortunately, we're not in that position right now, but it would be amazing. And I keep switching because my arm's getting tired. I actually just woke up right before we went live. But I wanted to make sure I got to you guys early. You could see what it's like. So this is what the damage is like for us, 3 blocks from the beach on the east coast of Florida, post-hurricane. So as you can see, we are not doing horribly. So thoughts and prayers go out to those of you who have been hit really hard. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. We just wanted you to see what it's like being here, because I know a lot of people around the world wonder, what the heck would that be like if I lived somewhere where a hurricane came? You can watch the other videos that I took yesterday. There's a part of it where there's just rain and no wind. Then there's a part where there's a lot of wind and no rain. It's really weird how it goes. And then we slept. We slept right through the eye coming, and here we are today. So I'm going to get going now. We're going to start doing some cleanup. We're going to reach out to help some other people who we know were hit worse than us. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for caring. Thank you for being wonderful. I love you all so very much. You're amazing, and I really appreciate you. So thank you. Mwah. I love you, and I'll see you soon.